Season 94 is here for Quick9, and we are going to continue to push on providing the best possible content that we can do for Quick9 to all of you that are subscribers at our place at patreon.com/GCT Quick9. Now, with Playdemic making a change, going from 31 or 30 Quick9s a season, going or like 28 Quick9s a season, which is every single day, they are going down to 16 a season, having a Quick9 on the Monday, on the Thursday, on the Friday, and on the Sunday. So we have before been able to provide around 50% of the Quick9s in terms of premium guides. Now we can tell you that we can now provide 75% of all the Quick9s, or guides to all the Quick9s that being hosted in the game. And we're super excited about that. But to get access to those, you get that VR package on patreon.com/GCT Quick9. For a small fee per guide, you get access to all the guides we are doing for the season, according to the schedule that we do have on our Quick9 page. For those of you that do want to do a one-time purchase for a specific day of Quick9, you can do so as well. You have the link to all the days in the description down below, and once that day is active, you will get the link to the specific guide there. And it is important to have in mind that Quick9, we take that as equally serious as any other game mode in Golf Clash. It's full blast, 100% free-to-play ball alternatives and payball alternatives, depending on what type of inventory you do want to spend. Some people don't want to spend much inventory at all and still want to be competitive, then you can do so. Or in those of you that do want to play best ball all the time, can do so as well. This is a full service package. So we give you text guide, we give you videos with voiceover, and access to our Telegram support chats. Those Telegram support chats are also active other days throughout the season, where players are uploading their own creations and showing how they have done. You don't have to have a package to get into those chats. You can just click on the links in the description down below and get yourself there. But obviously, to have an advantage in Quick9 and to also have an advantage without having to spend a copious amount of balls and time, then getting a membership is by far the most lucrative way for you to go. So once again, use the link patreon.com/GCT Quick9 in the description down below, or use any of the one-time purchase links and try out at least for a day and see if the guides are something for you. Now follow along in this replay, or not replay, in this video, and you can see some example slides that we have done for Quick9, so you can understand a little bit more, especially if you are not familiar with the guides that we are creating for Golf Clash. When it comes to our tournament guides and shootout guides, or whatever guides you get from us, we are working really hard to present the data that we do collect in the best possible way. We're collecting that and presenting that on one page. This to make it simple for everyone, especially when it is solo play. Having stuff on different pages is going to be very time consuming, and therefore we have decided to put everything on the same page. And we have the left side to be the page of the drive, and the right side to be the page of the second shot. Obviously, this is going to look a little bit differently if there is a send it, and it's going to look a bit differently when it's a par 3. We're going to look at the par 3 in a bit as well. You can see that you do get all the information in text form, but together with the text, you get all the pictures as well. We're trying with arrows and with circles and boxes and stuff like that to try to give the best possible advice on what to think for and what to look at when it comes to trying to replicate the shot, because that's what it's all about, right? You have to try to replicate the shot to the best of your ability, and you're gonna drop some, you're gonna miss some. A guide is not a script, it is just a guide, but it will give you get you there and get you to be competitive without having to waste a lot of balls and tokens yourself in practice. You can see that we do work a lot with tables. Now, this is a specific example where this particular slide is catering to win 6 to 10 balls, which is not common, but we're trying to include as many different win balls that we possibly can, because obviously if someone wants to use a luminary, then they can do so. If someone wanna do a win 10 ball and play the same type of shot, in this case you can do that as well. And we're working with tables, as you can see there, that depending on what wind you have, you see how many rings to pull. And that is something that is a very exciting thing in our guide, as that means that you don't have to sit with an application in front of you to be able to follow the guide. And that's a big thing. I personally, when I play nowadays, I only use an app if I'm having to play with my wedge. But if I don't have to play with my wedge, I can use the guide, and I do not have to use an app whatsoever. So you can see the simplicity and the information there on the page. And this is how a slide works when it comes to a par 4 and a par 5. If we're looking at a par 3, it will look very much like this. And here you can see that the pictures are a little bit bigger because there's obviously more room. And we do have the aim picture, we do have the wind angle picture, and you can also see the information above the wind angle picture. And that is to describe what type of wind angle tweak you're going to do. Now, this is something you can use if you want to, or you skip it if you want to. But to be consistently dropping shot on a high level, then the wind angle tweaks is an essential part. But there's loads of people that just don't really care for that. They feel just happy to have something to follow, and they will drop some, they will miss some, but at the end of the day, they will do much better with a guide than without. You can see all the text as well, and you have the shot structure on the left hand side, which is a very important tool, which describes in what order to do the certain things. Following the shot structure will help you speed up everything and help you avoid mistakes. Then you have the top row, as you do have on every single slide that we do, with some caddy tip information and also some personal tweaks and stuff like that. VPR table obviously on the slide here on the par 3s, just to allow yourself to not have to use an application once again. Now, like I said, when it comes to our guides, you do get two different guides when you do purchase from us. One that is a regular guide, which is going to cater to not just the max level of the particular club. So for an example, you would get Apocalypse level 6 plus information and so forth. When it comes to the max club guide, which is the second guide you get access to with our package, then you only see information for the max level of that particular club, which definitely is a good thing when it comes to, let's say we go back to the par 4 slide that I showed you just earlier. Here we would remove the Apocalypse level 6 plus. It would just say Apocalypse. It will remove the push-up for Apoc 6. It would say P10 max stress, white ring by rough. And then it will also say 1-to-1 in adjustment. So it would just remove certain bits of the text, certain things that is just unnecessary, and make the slide to be much easier to follow. But that's for people that only have the max club. But with our guides, you do always get access to 2 guides. Thank you everybody for watching this promo video for our Quick9 service, the best and only Quick9 service on the market. Season 94 it is, and now it's time to step up. It's before Christmas as well. Don't we all wanna kick some ass before we go into the slower month around Christmas? So get yourself a membership at patreon.com/GCTQuick9, or you're using any of the one-time purchase links in the description down below, and try out for a guide here and there. Free to play balls, pay balls, we got you covered. Now let's crush Quick9 together.